Greetings from Human Biological Institute. Welcome to yet another engaging session of our scientific forum, We Talk Do You. At Human Biological Institute, we take immense pride in driving several public health awareness initiatives through our one of its kind platform, Puberty to Menopause. These sessions feature leading experts from across the country who share their valuable insights on key health topics aimed to raise awareness and promote overall well being of the society at large. Today, we are delighted to have Dr. Rajiv Sinha with us to share his expert perspective on vaccination matters, facts and myths on hepatitis A and B. I shall be sharing more about today's speaker in a short while. For the moment, please allow me to share a brief introduction of Human Biological Institute. Human Biological Institute is a division of Indian Immunologicals Limited. IL was established by the National Dairy Development Board (NDDB) in the year 1982 as its unit, and later registered as a company in the year 1999 with the name of Indian Immunologicals Limited (IIL). HBI, Human Biological Institute, was established in the year 1998 when the Government of India requested IL to produce a modern tissue culture anti-rabies vaccine to phase out the unsafe nerve tissue vaccine. The first manufacturing facility of HBI was established at Ooty. The facility is one of its kind in India to have rolled out first varicose culture rabies vaccine in the year 2000. Subsequently, HBI launched other vaccines, and currently we are the major player in human vaccine segment. We are one of the key player to supply vaccines to the universal immunization program. HBI is a leader in anti-rabies vaccine segment and is present in around 60 countries. As yet another milestone, HBI has launched the first indigenously developed hepatitis A vaccine, Havishaw, which is inactivated hepatitis A vaccine in the year 2024. HBA has got three state-of-the-art manufacturing facilities, which is as Ooty, Gachibowli, and Karkapatla, Genome Valley. Subsequently, HBA has forayed into market of clinically proven wellness products and infertility range of hormones. With the vision of shaping global healthcare by spearheading the One Health initiative, with a mission to innovate, produce, and market quality healthcare products and services to improve and extend lives, we believe in providing affordable products with high quality through continuous technical innovations and improvements to meet customers' needs. As a part of our corporate social responsibility, HBA adopted IL has adopted two government schools in the vicinity of Karkapatla in Hyderabad, that is in Telangana. IL is also providing infrastructure and basic facilities, including help help in the midday meal program. As a result, IL's intervention, the strength of the children in the adopted schools have been doubled within a few years. In the Gift a Milk program, with a coordination with NDDB, over 2,500 school children from Telangana and Tamil Nadu are benefited with a Gift of Milk program, where we are giving a glass of milk to every girl child every day. IL has also donated oxygen generation plant to TIMS Gachibowli. So these are the key highlights of Human Biological Institute. To know more about Human Biological Institute, visit www.indimmune.com or follow us in Facebook and social media channels. Puberty to menopause is one of our unique initiative where we address a wide range of topics related to women's health and well-being. Welcome today's episode of We Talk Do You. This session is dedicated to a highly significant and often overlooked topic, that is vaccination matters, facts and myths on hepatitis A and B. To help us better understand this topic, its impact, we have today Dr. Rajiv Sinha. So I welcome Dr. Rajiv Sinha. Yeah. So let me share something. A few. Let me brief about Dr. Rajiv Sinha. So Dr. Rajiv Sinha is a pediatrician in Kanpur and has an experience of more than 47 years. Dr. Rajiv Sinha practices at Sinha's Clinic in Kanpur. He completed MBBS from GSVM Medical College at Kanpur in the year 1976 and Diploma in Child Health from LPS Institute of Cardiology, GSVM Medical College, Kanpur in the year 1978. So let's begin today's session with few of the important questions with a question and answer program. And here I welcome Dr. Rajiv Sinha again. Uh, yes.
Hello,
Welcome, Dr. Rajiv.
I'm Dr. Rajiv
Yeah.
Sinha. I'm Dr. Rajiv Sinha. Thanks for the nice words you said. Few correction as
Yeah.
well because pediatrics diploma you get in pediatrics, not in cardiology institute.
Oh,
I got it from the
oh, sure.
pediatrics department,
Yes.
GSP Medical
GSV
College,
Medical.
Kanpur, not
Yeah.
cardiology.
So,
Yeah.
extremely sorry for that, Doctor. Uh,
No, no, no.
so, First, we'll address the question, Doctor. Today, we are understanding that, as you know, the topic is basically facts and myths on hepatitis A and B. So, let us understand, Doctor, first about hepatitis A. So, could you tell me something about what is hepatitis A, Doctor, and how does it affect overall health of a person?
Hepatitis A is a disease which spreads, which has a viral cause of spreading, and it spreads by the orofecal route. Somebody who is having a hepatitis A infection passes hepatitis A virus in his stool, which in turn gets contaminated into the poor sanitation and water supply, or maybe even by flies as well, and the other person gets it through his oral mouth by eating it just from the same thing, maybe waterborne or maybe food that is caused by which is carrying infection of the virus. So hepatitis A is something which spreads by the orofecal route. The patient spreads it by through his feces, and the other person gets infected by having some contaminated food or water from the same pieces.
Uh, so, Doctor,
Uh,
this is a whether it's a bacterial infection or it is a viral infection. And,
it's a viral.
oh, it's a
It is a viral
yeah, it's a
infection.
viral infection.
I told
Yeah.
you so.
And doctor, which organ it affects mostly in the human being?
As the name suggests, it is hepatitis. It affects the liver. It causes jaundice. It causes weakness. It causes the child faces it starts vomiting. There's a loss of appetite and generalized muscular weakness, and he's unable to eat as well.
So for how many days, doctor, this hepatitis A infection remains in a person if the person is
It
infected?
depends, but usually this virus takes its toll for many days, and sometimes may become chronic as well and may sustain for longer periods of time. So that is very difficult to say. Usually it is a short, it subsides of its own in maybe a fortnight or sometime. But the
So do
damage,
you,
obviously,
yeah.
which it has caused in the liver, that takes some time to heal.
So that means, doctor, would you advise a patient to, in the infection period, is a patient advised to go out and continue the routine work of his life?
Yeah, he may continue with his work thing too much because we would like to conserve all your energy towards fighting the virus in your liver rather than using it elsewhere. So we advise the patient to take rest and eat more of carbohydrates so that liver gets vitalized and is there to survive and fight the virus itself.
Okay. So, doctor, how a patient can know that he is suffering from hepatitis A? What are the initial symptoms, and when they should consult a doctor immediately?
Somebody who's not eating well, who's saying they have a bad taste in mouth, who's throwing whatever he's eating, he's vomiting it out, and there's a loss of appetite. These are and generalized weakness. These are signs, and a low-grade fever as well sometimes, and vomiting. These are patients who are supposed to be maybe infected with hepatitis, and we take a blood test, and from the blood test we will know that the liver function tests are all disturbed. You get a raise in the enzymes, you get a raise in the bilirubin, which tells you about the jaundice, and an ultrasound will tell that the liver is inflamed as well.
So, you mean to say that any kind of fatigue or, jaundice or nausea
Yeah.
or
Yes.
loss
Yes.
in
Yes.
taste
Yes.
and some inflammation? How do you get a signal that your liver is not working properly?
The child's mother complains that the child is not eating well. He is
Okay.
passing a deep yellow colored urine, and
Okay.
he doesn't have an appetite, and he vomits whatever is given to him. Then you suspect that he might be having hepatitis. Hepatitis, yeah, and
So, uh,
we get
can
it
a
tested.
child spread this virus to maybe to the household? The people in the family.
If you have poor sanitation habits, like
Okay.
the you have open latrines where the feces is in the open, and where flies can bring in the virus and to the eating to the food,
Hmm.
then it can spread. Or even by water as well. If the water gets contaminated, then you can catch that virus.
Okay. So, if the sanitation,
For that
if
matter, we say that it is spread by yeah. Sanitation
yeah,
is the main thing that you can prevent.
you don't you wash your hands. So, let us talk about a Indian family who's having
Yes,
a
yes.
and having a closed toilet and
Poor poor personal and social hygiene. This is the main cause of hepatitis.
right.
Usually, it spreads in summer just because in summer this is very much rampant all over it in the
Now we are getting
villages
now
and
now we are into the rainfall and the monsoon season. Do you expect more cases
yeah.
of hepatitis A? Yeah, uh,
Now,
maybe.
people who are not vaccinated, once you take a vaccine, then you
Yeah,
are protected. Once you don't have a vaccine, there's a
yeah,
high chance that you can if you have water or food outside, you
yeah.
never know you may catch the virus from there.
Right. So, thank you, doctor, for giving a clarity on hepatitis A and how it spreads, and sharing maybe the initial indications for the family, how to understand whether it is hepatitis A or when to contact a doctor. Doctor, there is something called hepatitis B, and
Hmm.
how does it affect our health or the health of a child or for adult? We see a lot of hepatitis B cases also these days.
Hepatitis B is something which is caused by the hepatitis B virus. It is a different thing. It spreads by body fluids only, by blood transfusion. Usually, it spreads by blood transfusion. If you get an infected needle, if the needle is carrying some remnants of a virus and is injected into somebody else, it may cause an infection over there. It may come from if a mother is infected, it may infect the child because it can cause it there. And if in rare cases if you are having unprotected sex as well, there also because of the blood to blood contact, sometimes you may get this. And if you get a blood transfusion which is carrying some infection in it and is transfused to somebody healthy individual, he may get the infection. And again, this can be prevented by hepatitis B vaccine as well.
Doctor, just you shared something about the hepatitis B. It gets transmitted. Does it only get transmitted through blood, or is there any mode of transmission or blood fluids, or can we by touching a person hepatitis B, the normal contact?
No, 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 no. Neither hepatitis B nor A. They do not. They can't be transmitted by touching somebody. They can be transmitted only. Hepatitis B is transmitted by blood transfusions or a infected needle, or maybe mother to the newborn child, or maybe unprotected sex. Similarly, hepatitis A can only be transferred if you ingest something which is carrying the virus. like in water or food particle. Could be
Doctor,
anything.
how severe these diseases could be?
Hepatitis A, when it affects you, it will cause severe jaundice, loss of appetite, and your whole development cycle goes awry. And it takes some time. It takes some time to get back to normal health. And hepatitis B, if it gets you and it's a chronic infection, it does not go easily, and the treatment is for a long time, and it may culminate into chronic hepatitis and cause even liver cirrhosis or maybe even liver malignancies as well. They are known to be caused by hepatitis B. A lot number of patients get that. So hepatitis B is a very long and vaccination is the only answer to it.
Great. So, can hepatitis B get transmitted from a mother to its to the newborn?
Yeah. Yeah, it can be.
Okay.
For that matter, the mother has to be screened for hepatitis B, and accordingly, should be seen how to
So, how
manage
do we
that.
prevent hepatitis B in child then?
For that matter, you give hepatitis B vaccine as soon as on day one
Oh,
itself. Now, it is in the normal
oh.
Indian vaccination schedule, or rather all over the world, you give hepatitis B vaccine on
So
day
that
one
means to
itself.
protect the child on the day one. You mean to say that the day one the child gets birth, he gets the hepatitis B vaccine?
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
very true.
Yeah.
You're correct.
Doctor, one day I just wanted to share you something. I think we are not unable to see your entire face properly. Would like to adjust the screen. Yeah. Yeah. Now it's correct, doctor. Thank you. So I have my colleague, Mr. Vinay. I'll introduce him. We'll be taking through the myths and facts now. There are certain myths to be busted. So I welcome Vinay to this session. Uh,
So, good afternoon, doctor.
Hello,
GC.
Vinay.
So, doctor, I just want to thank you so much, doctor, to get the know about the difference between the hepatitis A and B. So, doctor, there is some doubts about and the facts and myths. People want to know about that. Like, is it true, doctor, that hepatitis A is only a childhood illness?
No. It can affect at any age. Somebody who is not carrying a vaccination or immunoglobulin in him to prevent that virus infection, he can get infected. It could be a child, it could be an adult as well who's vulnerable. Vulnerable means who's not properly immunized or properly carrying immunoglobulins to fight against the virus. Anybody, for that matter.
So, doctor, some people eat food only in home only. So, is it the hepatitis A virus affect them also?
It all depends upon the sanitation. It all depends upon the personal hygiene. And if somebody is eating food at home, he has lesser chance than somebody who's eating outside, who has who's a more chances of catching the infection because he is vulnerable to outside elements like not properly cooked food, not properly cared for food, which is having flies all over, not having proper water to drink, and he can have it. So it is that I won't say everybody who's having food at home is safe from hepatitis A. No, it is not like that. For that matter, you have to be properly uh, immunized against hepatitis A. Then only you can have, uh, say, a resistance to hepatitis A virus.
Okay, all right, doctor. So, doctor, some peoples are already affected by hepatitis A virus in the past. So, is there
Mm.
any chance they again get
Mm.
affected by hepatitis A?
Usually, it is unlikely that they will get infected. But still, as in medical science, everything is not absolute. So it would be better if he takes a single dose and gets his booster, something like a booster immunological status. Then he can boost his immunological status by boost. Because once you get an hepatitis A infection, you develop immune bodies inside your body. But they can be, if you take a vaccine as well, then you are better off because it will act as improving the immunological status of the person. So everybody should have a virus. irrespective of whether you have infection in the past or not.
Okay. So, doctor, some persons are maintain hygiene very well. So still they need any vaccination?
Maintaining hygiene is wonderful. You are unlikely to catch an infection, but there are always exceptions that once in a while you are at a party or you are somewhere, you can't maintain the same hygienic status there, and there you can get the infection without if you're not immunized.
Right, doctor. Doctor, can hepatitis B become a chronic condition?
Yeah, hepatitis B is known to be a very chronic. It causes massive liver damage. The liver becomes it's a very common cause of hepatic cirrhosis, liver cirrhosis, and it is a very common cause of maybe sometimes usually they turn into liver cancers as well. So hepatitis B, you have to be really very careful.
So, doctor, hepatitis B spreads through the food sharing, doctor.
No, no, not hepatitis B is spread by only blood or infected needle or fomites as you call it. Somebody who is infected, you may come into a blood to blood contact only. Then only you can have it.
Doctor, is the hepatitis B vaccine part of our India's immunization program?
Yeah, it does. It is. It is. It is. It starts from day one itself. Earlier, there used to be boosters also. Now, only primary vaccination is enough to give you immunity. Now, they say that only primary immunization is needed. You need not give the boosters.
Okay, so, doctor, can someone be infected in by both hepatitis A and B?
Yes, 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 yes. Both are viruses. They carry different routes of entry and they cause different damages. By orophycal route, that comes by through blood transfusion only or a contact with blood, any infected blood. So you can have both of them. Yes, you may. Somebody who has hepatitis A does not, if he is not vaccinated for hepatitis B, he is vulnerable to hepatitis B. Similarly, the other way around.
Doctor, I just wanted to ask one more question. Since we know there are a lot many other diseases like in hepatitis A, we have B. We also know something called C. We also know something called E. So, have you seen in practice like cases where people with coming with co-infection of hepatitis B and A and multiple infections can happen to a person? And if at all it happens,
Yes.
how serious it can be?
No, the number of you can have infection with two viruses itself, or maybe the three as well, and it becomes as the number of viruses increase in your body. Obviously, the infection, the damage is more. You get more damage then.
Okay, doctor, just wanted one more question on this. Like it is, since you are discussing it, the discussion is making very much interesting to understand. Like, suppose anybody is having hepatitis A, and in future the patient gets infected with hepatitis A. Does that mean that the patient would may get severe conditions, or if patient is infected with hepatitis C?
No,
Uh,
once you are infected, you are vaccinated against hepatitis A. It is unlikely that you're going to contract the infection again. But obviously there are exceptions, but they will not. It will not be as bad as it would have been otherwise had you not been vaccinated. But
so
if
if
you
you're
take the full
vaccinated, is okay. Yeah, if you're vaccinated, it is safe.
full, full dose regime of
Yeah.
yeah, it is
But if person is not vaccinated, then condition could be different. Like it depends. Like what is the situation all about?
yeah,
So
yeah.
it, yeah,
His liver is damaged more once you are not vaccinated because you don't have the immunoglobulins to resist the infection. It goes on a rampage inside your body.
yeah. So, doctor, you can could you please explain about something? Who are the risk individuals should consider vaccination of hepatitis B as well as hepatitis A? Definitely, of your practice, out of your experience.
Hepatitis A people are Hepatitis A people are those who may catch an infection through the guests or who may pass on the infection to the guests. Both are there as possible. Hepatitis B people are those people who are in the health workers who are using who are used to handle hepatitis B patients, the needles, the gloves, and everything which has been used in another case of hepatitis B, and they accidentally prick themselves, and they find that the needle has infected them. Then, for that matter, health workers are very prone to catch hepatitis B infection, as well as hepatitis A infection anybody can have for that matter, but mainly possibly people who live in poor sanitary conditions. Mainly.
Uh, uh, so you have a very clear clarity on hepatitis B and A. So mostly, definitely, the travelers are always getting vaccinated. Some food handlers are definitely getting vaccinated with
Yes,
hepatitis A.
yes,
As you said, hospitality industry, people working in hospital industry also
Hmm.
require. And what about the children? Children is definitely should be taken care, doctor. Like we see.
Yes, yes, yes. It is recommended in the vaccination schedule that hepatitis A vaccine is given to children when they are 12 months of age and to be repeated after 6 months again, that 1.5 years. But that does not mean that you can have it at 1 year and 1.5 years only. You may have it any time in your lifetime if you are not vaccinated.
So definitely, sir. Actually, when doctor we see that when the child grows up after 1 year, then he starts walking or starts going, touching.
Hmm.
So that
Hmm.
time only is the best time.
He,
Yeah.
he, he can still have it. He can still have the
Yes.
vaccine and get a booster after six
Okay.
months.
Okay. How about this hepatitis vaccine? Is it safe and the long term immunity of this vaccine?
Yeah, yeah. It is. We have the data we have gives us enough confidence to say that the vaccine is safe.
Okay. And how about the immunity? It stays for a longer period of time.
It lasts to a lifetime. Said to last to a lifetime.
So, great, doctor, for sharing the information all about hepatitis A and B and busting various myths today. But the final, I think something would like to ask you about any key advice you'd like to give to the people who are watching us today.
Paramount is personal hygiene. Paramount is eating food that is protected. Paramount is that you take water that is well potted, that is boiled, filtered, trimmed, that you're not carrying any infection through the root. You carry something under your nail which can get into you. So these are good habits, personal hygiene, good sanitation. These are the keywords for preventing hepatitis A. And vaccination, obviously. Vaccination is possibly it should be mandatory for all.
Right. So we have a question from our audience today, Mr. Vishwanath Reddy. Is asking if the patient is already infected by hepatitis A, does the vaccination improve the condition?
Not the vaccination. Once his enzymes have come down to normal, then he may have a vaccine after that, and that will prevent him his that will boost his immunological level as well more as compared to what it would have been otherwise. But usually, hepatitis once you are infected with hepatitis A, usually it helps you out the life for the life whole lifetime. But another vaccine will help. It will not harm you in any way.
Right. So vaccination is, as you said, it has to be taken previously to protect yourself. Once you're infected with the virus, you have
Yeah,
the
yeah,
natural immunity
yes,
to it.
yes,
So thank you for addressing this question and
yes, yes.
for the audience, doctor. And uh, now, anything you'd like to share, doctor, with the patient?
What I would suggest is for somebody who has not been vaccinated to get his consult, and he will decide on that. And for the family to see to it that they are having proper hygiene maintained in the house. The children are hygiene. What good hygiene is means proper nails cutting, proper drinking, not drinking water else anywhere, and the government to see to it that the sanitation is maintained, the public hygiene is maintained.
Right. So, doctor, now First of all, thank you all our viewers, for being a part of We Talk to You today. We hope today's session is one of the informative and valuable in spreading awareness on vaccination matters, facts and myths on hepatitis A and B. Our special thanks to Dr. Rajiv Sinha for sharing his time, expertise, and insights with us. For those who like to revisit the program, the video will be available on our social media channel platforms. Please follow us on Twitter, LinkedIn, Facebook, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Do like and share and spread the words, as many, including your friends, families, and relatives. Until we meet in our next live talks, stay healthy, stay aware, and please take good care of yourself. Thank you, Doctor, once again for being here.